Hawaiian FM 100.3, 99.1, and online at kaparadio.com. Another edition of the Kapa Cafe. Very excited as we finally have them on air. We have Nue, Na Ukulele Ekolu, Bryan Tolentino, Halehaku, Seaberry, and Kama Hopkins joins us at the Kapa Cafe.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, aloha.
Aloha. Aloha no.
Man, we are very excited to talk to you guys because this is one of those collaborations that we refer to as a super group.
They couldn't make it. They couldn't make it.
So they had us.
We showed up.
Now, you guys are all very successful, three artists with other bands and as solo artists, as musicians. What brought this collaboration together?
Probably about 4 or 5 years ago now. You know, I jokingly said, hey, Bryan, man, we have so much fun playing. How about we play one group with one tenor ukulele, one baritone ukulele, and one bass ukulele? And he looked at me, he said, well, yeah, that sounds fun. Now, it wasn't a new concept, you know, but it was just a concept that I thought others who played, you know, with those combinations in different parts of the world in here, because the bass ukulele at the time was still kind of something new.
Right.
You know, but I thought
convenience thing,
yeah, the convenience, yeah. But
Lazy
I thought,
thing.
lazy thing.
Moloa.
Yeah, Moloa, a little bit Moloa. But I thought at the time, I didn't think others could do the style of music that we could do. You know, and in talking about it, I knew that Hale and Bryan were always playing together at Nico's and stuff. And I knew Hale. First time I ever saw Hale was in this store called Music Max in Windward Mall. Him and Uncle Hau'oli, they were in there, and Hale was, you know, looking for a ukulele and playing something. And I saw him play the ukulele, and he was like, I don't know, he was still in intermediate school maybe or something, or maybe in high school. I don't think so. But I heard him play then. And of course I knew, he could play the ukulele like beautifully. You know, guys are genius. These two guys, they're musical geniuses. And then they just let me tag along for fun, you know. But that's kind of how the concept started. I said, why don't we try? And then we tried it. And the rest is history. I mean, it was fun.
We never thought we'd record something. We just got together during pandemic. We'd sit out in the garage, open air, social distance, and we just work on stuff. But let me backtrack a little bit. I knew Kama when he was like 4 or 5 years old. I knew his mom then.
Yeah.
I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, Hale wasn't born yet.
Halehaku's
Always got a gap, right?
Halehaku's biological father is my classmate from St. Louis High School. So we span like 20-something years, and Kama is kind of right in the middle.
You know, yeah.
So
2 of us went to Kamehameha, 2 of us went to St. Louis.
out of the 3 of us,
Yeah.
one of us get dual citizenship.
Dual citizenship.
Only because he was asked to dual citizenship. But yeah, so as you can see, we get along. We've been there and done that. So it was always about just the music, just playing the music, getting it out there, rearranging stuff, and having fun with it. You know, just having fun with it.
Ale, how about you? How do you feel with the commentary that Kama and Bryan shared? What's your take on Nue?
Oh, for me, Nue, it was a good way for me to be musical during the pandemic break and get to work out ideas and see what kind of stuff works. And I know these guys, so they can field all of the weird ideas I have, and they're not gonna give me too much grief. They're like, hey, try this weird thing. And they, okay. And they would try them, and, hey, not so bad. Okay, we could do them. You know?
Would you say there's a I guess a difference in playing ukulele for Hawaiian music as opposed to playing for ukulele music?
There's a little bit of both of that. You know, there aren't any ukulele instrumentals, but you're gonna hear ukulele all over the place with the baritone, with the tenor, and it's not we just playing like this. There's instinctive choices, intuitive choices. Although it's in a sterile setting, Yeah, and Garza is the one who recorded us at his studio, and he's just another wizard.
Right.
But it was, how do you get feel right in that antiseptic kind of, and I think we did, just having fun, and Herb Ota Jr. is also on it, and he was at one of our rehearsals. We were practicing, and he said, "Man, you guys are so unique."
He didn't say good.
He didn't say good. He just said. So we carried that whole theme throughout the whole project. It's like, yeah, we sound unique. We're not good, but we're unique. No, but we had fun with it, and basically, Holly hit it on the head. It always has to be about the music. That's going to stand out the
It's
most.
nice to see you sing too.
Holly? Oh.
Keep it
You
up.
know, we told Bryan, we said, hey, when we were talking about recording, he said, oh yeah, I'll figure out my part. I said, oh no, you going to sing on this thing. Yeah, figure out my part. No, you going to sing. Like,
Yeah.
you going to sing one song, at least one,
Yeah.
And many people don't know Bryan for being a singer,
Right.
but I just want to reassure everybody, he does sing. He sings.
No, I'm unique though when I sing. not good, just unique, bro.
Oh man.
You are my rubber dub. Oh no, sorry. That's my other family. Kalamay. That's my other family. I was talking to Jazz earlier, that's why. Yes, your cousin. I said, yes, my cousin, man. That's that reggae side of my family. Love you, Hoku. Love you, Hoku.
Let's do that. Let's talk about that song selection. Now, with this new release, how did you guys go about picking the right songs for this project?
Oh, well, I'll share my first thoughts were, there were some songs that we were just singing through, and we thought, oh, when we started to think about recording, so wow, this song might be good, just randomly throwing stuff out. And then it became a little more methodical in the sense that we wanted to share music that not necessarily hasn't been recorded before, but maybe been recorded, some time ago, and people don't hear it as much today. But we thought, man, this is it's nice, easy listening music that the ukulele can just fill. And it would be easy for us to create what we like to call a wall of sound, meaning, we have the three of us singing, we can sing parts or whatever, but the instruments are playing at different frequencies or, different places, on the fretboard. And you have, like all of the people usually hear music like this, where hopefully we extend those frequencies to here. And the reason we do it is because we want to show people that on an ukulele, you can do all kinds of things and cover a whole wide range of sound. So, where people think the ukulele just plays like this. And of course, the people who are listening, what I'm doing is I'm just trying to show Kaya and Jazz that, a real thin layer. People think ukulele players, you just play this thin layer of music, where no, you can play very rich sounds, on the ukulele. And of course, it helps when you use different types of ukulele, the tenor, the bass, and the, and the baritone. And people often tell me, well, you're really playing a bass. I go, what? Okay, yeah, but it's a bass ukulele. It's built on a ukulele body. Yeah, but it's really a bass. I said, well, so what do you think the baritone ukulele is? Oh, it's a baritone ukulele. I said, oh, really? Well, it's the bottom four strings of a guitar. That's how it's tuned. You can tune differently. Oh, really? I said, yeah. So, it's just retuning the instrument, but it's based on that body and thinking with that ukulele, concept, in mind. But that was one way we started, so songs that haven't been done in a while, maybe. And can we add the richness of the ukulele to it? And then we started going about and tossing stuff out. Like for me, one of the songs that I was thinking of early on was a song that my uncle Anthony, Tony B, recorded in I don't even know what year it was, in the late 60s. It's a song called Willie the Miner. And it's a song that was known as his song when he was playing in Waikiki. And we somewhat brought it back to life for people to listen to. And it fit this range of, it hasn't been recorded in a while. we could definitely share ukulele treats, in it, and sing and share some nice harmonies, so we create that big wall of sound. That's just one thought that went into it, but I think there were other things that
Yeah, I
played
mean,
into it.
Hale and I were playing together at Nico's for like 5 years prior to that, and actually, my roomie in Yapana,
Oh yeah,
Hopkins,
yeah. This guy wake me up 3 o'clock in the morning. This sort of.
it's like, you need to do a solo album. I think it's you have the voice, you have that quality that
You
people
told
don't
him
hear
or he
anymore.
told you?
No, I
He
him.
told me. He told me.
So it kind of started that way. So he's like, "Oh yeah, would you and Hale?" I said, "Shoots, bro." And then we put it on a back burner, and then we decided, what we're doing now works. And I was super excited, like, "Oh, Nue, what is that in Olelo, Hawaii?" He says, "Oh no, that's just Nue, na Ukulele Ekolu." I went, "Oh, okay." I'm like, oh, but that's kind of cool, it's a cool acronym. So, and we just sat and we just we try. Let's play it like this. We try it. Nah, try it like this. Shoots. Hollywood come up with an idea, and we would just input, throwing all of our ideas into it, and just having fun.
In the studio with Imua, are you guys all playing same time? Are you guys tracking individually, or trying to get the whole live feel together when you guys record?
All of the above. What we did was because we were well rehearsed as much as we could, we'd all play together to a click track.
Create a scratch
Around one mic,
and then just do overdubs later on.
And then once we get that scratch with the vocal and all the instruments, Holly would go in, lay down his track. I would go in, lay down my track, and then we both go in separately and play off of each other's track. Because that's what we do live. Instead of we're gonna play C, we're gonna play G7. It's like, nah.
Right.
If you're gonna play this C, I'm gonna play this C. I'm not gonna play them how you playing it. But so we wanted that energy, that instinctive playing with two ukuleles, and we had fun with it, man. We just had fun with it.
What's it like recording for you guys? Because all three of you have recorded for many of years, so you've been through the various, I guess, evolutions of the recording industry. What is it like now, recording in this more digital age, more streaming age? Like before. You know what I mean?
We feel like we're cheating. We feel like we're cheating.
Right,
That's what we feel like.
And it was take advantage of technology.
Right.
I'll be talking to Kama, and we'll be in the booth and we're listening to stuff, and I'll tell Kama, hey, you know what? I think you should sing it like this. Just instead of scooping and da. Imo turns it and he looks at us. You mean like this? And we're like,
he does it himself, yeah.
yeah. I mean, he was that because he's a whiz at what he does. He's one of the best at that technology part. Jake Shimabukuro came in and recorded our Halloween song with us, and he's sitting there watching Imua engineer, and mix. He tells me, Bryan, I've been to Japan where it takes 3 Japanese engineers to do what Imua is doing right now. So I was like, wow, and he's super good. If you guys know Imua, he's super
awesome.
chill. He's just a nice guy.
Yeah, Holly's classmate.
Holly's classmate.
Holly get plenty of those classmates. They're like geniuses, kind.
Right. That era, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I just work here.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, one of the like you said, Jazz, we've recorded with a lot of different engineers, but because Imua, we know him as an ukulele player.
Yeah,
it was like, we've only heard good things, Imua and the OP pickers and stuff. So he added that dynamic when he was recording us, because he would hear different things. And there was one song, it was Willie the Minor, right? Hey, Imua, you want to play a track on this? Yeah, okay. He grabs Holly's ukulele. He takes 2 passes, and then what you hear on the recording is Imua just, okay, shoots.
Yeah. I've heard many stories of him showing up to a session and writing down, or you kind of doing a cheat chart on a napkin and then just nailing it one crack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hale, do you want to add to that, Hale? I see you wanted to add a little comment to that.
Kalamai.
Oh no, Imua is like that. He's been like that since we were in 7th grade. For real, super good musician.
Yeah.
Now you guys have this available on digital download only. Tell us about how people can actually get the music.
Oh, right
Um.
there. Yeah. So right now it's on iTunes. You can go to Amazon. It's on Spotify. The normal places where you could find it. So you go and you purchase it or you download it, whatever the case may be for whatever platform you want to use. We do have plans in the future to do physical hard copies. But we thought, well, right now music is just starting to come back out. People are just starting to get out to play, and we thought, well, let's kind of hold off a little bit. We can go ahead and make the physical CDs when we go out to go take this either on a tour or go play a little bit more, and then of course the age old decision of well, since we're paying for this ourselves, we'll pay for what we can afford first, and then we'll do the other part later.
Just to,
Yeah.
But
just to let you guys know, aside from the various CD printing companies, there's now Atomic Disc, which is only a minimum of 50.
oh,
Yeah. instead of
Atomic
like-
Disc.
Yeah. Instead of minimum like 1,000, it's like minimum.
Yeah.
50, bro. Yeah.
That's
Oh.
too much.
Oh, this.
Take notes, take
That's
notes.
too much, I think.
You can go fund me for the 50.
Yeah.
You know.
10 increments. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Hey, Jazz. Yeah, every time the three of us get together for rehearsal or whatever, we laugh. I mean, we laugh a lot, as you can tell. We actually do rehearse. People say, well, I don't know. I always
You
see
just
you guys
eat.
eating. Say, well,
Yeah.
yeah, we do that too. Yeah, but we always say, well, out there in life, in whatever you do, you're going to have many detractors. It just doesn't matter what you do. And we always tell people, and three of them for us is us. We're our own detractors. Junk that. I would try this. I'll try that.
Yeah.
And in our group, it's a unanimous decision making 2-1. That's unanimous for
That's
us.
our unanimous.
Yeah, 2-1.
And from the beginning,
So, yeah,
we just have such a mutual respect for one another
and disrespect.
and disrespect. So this is ongoing,
Brian,
This
you
is
don't get
how-
you don't get OG uncle status, and you get the final say.
Oh, please, Tata, he's the leader of,
See?
I mean,
See?
oh, absolutely.
No,
And then we have
it's-
the baby. We have the baby right here down on the bottom of your
Everybody
screen.
know what to do, and then we follow Brian's lead.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
It's a kako thing. It's a
There you
kako
go.
thing. We actually get together and make the decisions and we
Yeah.
do. We hardly not argue. We don't argue. I don't think we just rag on each other. If that's what
Yeah.
you call it.
And
Not arguing.
when we ever have, I don't even know if you want to call it that, like a disagreement in the music. It's not that. It's just that we say, well, just like what Holly described earlier. Hey, let's try this. Or here's an idea.
Yeah.
Let's try it. So we said, oh man, how's that gonna sound? Said, well, there's only one way to find out. So we play it.
Right.
Boom. Many of the ideas that come either from within the three of us or from the outside, they work. Because people can hear things that maybe we aren't. It's not that we couldn't hear it. It's maybe that we're not listening for it because our mind is set. Oh, let's play it this way. Let's play it this way. And on this album, actually, we have different songs. Ocean Kawili. We were playing. Well, these two have been playing the song Legend of Lehua for 6 years. Together. I came in. I learned it, and we were playing it bolero style, right, Holly? That was the style. And one day we did a live from the Nakyu garage. That's what we call it. But we're playing it, and at the end, because Ocean played with us that day, at the end he says, "Hey, Holly, yeah, well, you ever thought of playing Legend of Lehua in jazz waltz?" And Holly's eyes open up like this, and me and Bryan, we look, and all of a sudden Holly starts to play. Da-dum, 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 da-dum,
we
da-dum,
tried.
dum,
We
dum.
tried.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of it is Bill Evans' piano trio, and making like Emily, ba da 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 ba da da, and it's kind of like a takeoff of that.
Wow.
And it-
A whole different way to go They're like, "Oh, we're gonna do this Sam Kapu song. All right, shoots."
Yep.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, and those were the choices. You know, we weren't gonna go do like Hiilave or Kauluveho. Nothing wrong with those songs, but they've been done, and you cannot really touch those. We just were looking for songs like, nah, we can just groove it differently or play it differently. Like one of the songs that Hale sings, Kauiki. We asked Kumuhula Melia Lobenstein Carter, hey, you know, a song that maybe Auntie May or you know, you think we would be enjoy recording. So yeah, Kauiki. So we Huapala, right? Okay. Frick, this song get 14 verses. Like, she says, you know, you gotta pay respect to the arrangement that Hale started and we came up with is singing all 14 verses.
Wow. Wow.
But it's just we're going left, right, left, all up, down, and it's
Right.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about that arrangement is a bunch of cues for the idea. Like, you know, if you get one long song, you just modulate, right? So it's not all in the same key.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess my flashback for that was I used to sit in 1420 AM with my dad, and you know, all the songs were on 8-track, right? So you just grab whatever you want off the wall and you listen and whatever. But Keli'i Joy's Aina Kaulana album has plenty songs where they modulate in the middle of the verse. Like you just sing the next key. And that's where kind of where the idea came from was Keli'i Joy's Aina Kaulana with Kaleo Beck.
Wow.
That
Wow.
album.
And those are classic names right there. Just saying, all of you on
Yes.
Hawaii Island listening right now.
Yeah. You know, and we knew, you know, for us listening to that particular song, and let me tell you too, other things about that song, you know, we went back and forth because there are vocal recordings of that song. And, you know, for the technical listeners out there, you know, the third line goes to a 6, you know, but we heard the orchestrated recording of it, and the third line doesn't go to a 6. And we're trying to find
6/4.
people out there that, you know, that, okay, what is the right way to do it? We can't find any, you know, charted music for it or anything. So what we elected to do was go with the orchestrated version. Now we're going to get maybe purists out there who say, well, you guys didn't sing the 6, you know, here. And we get it. But what we did try to do was minus that. We tried to stay true to the actual melody for the first, you know, what we call now in our version, the first 2 lines. And then the next 2 lines, we went ahead and we've kind of embellished, and that's where we raised the keys or changed the keys. And, you know, we've always been told, or we've always been around kupuna that say, hey, you know, at least be true to the song and share what people should hear. And then if you guys going to change, you know, okay, you change, but you want people to have the actual melody in there. So that's one of those songs that we tried to do. And then when we watched, when we looked at the words, you know, we saw, oh, this one might not be exactly right, even though all the recordings, people are singing it, you know, but then Mrs. Pukui, I mean, I don't know. If you see something in there where she writes, and you hear everybody else doing them one way, but she went write them this way, I'm like I think I'm going to trust her more. Just
we went to go look for that word, right? And the entire from that song was written in the dictionary.
Entire line. Yeah.
It's I think, and that's the advantage. Well, yeah, advantage that the group has because Kama and Hale, they both native speakers. Yeah.
Right.
I'm at Duolingo.
Week 38. Week 38.
Third month.
Yeah, week 38. By you.
Days.
Okay.
No, but so they were actually okay. Now, how should we sing this? How are you singing it? And
phrasing.
It was that attention to detail that was like really impressive for me.
Yeah, and like
I would have just read the words and sang it, but they're like, no, the phrasing should be like this. We need to add this in, and then Kama's looking for the words. He says, it says it right here." You
I
know,
mean, literally get the whole line. You know, and we're and I show it to Hale, I show it to Bryan. Hale looks at me like, "Well, get it. We ain't gonna tell her no." You know,
that's how we're gonna sing them.
You know,
that's how we're gonna phrase it. Yeah.
And you know, earlier on when in our talk story today, when we talked about, you know, doing things from an older time, you know, and now doing it in our time today, some people have taken huge risks that probably the three of us wouldn't take. But one of the risks that we will take willingly is, in putting maybe some different life into music. You want to either what we call swing the lyrics, swing the instrumentation here and there. And in our phrasing, Hale and I, we probably won't change the phrasing so much as we will change excuse me, the timing of it. And that might sound contradictory, but not really. It's when we're going to the beat of the music and then making sure the phrasing fits how a language speaker would say, oh yeah, that sounds good, that's fine. But in the music you can really play with it a little bit as far as timing goes, as long as that phrasing is correct.
So Ray,
and so
it without changing the melody.
Yeah. And so we really try and have a lot of fun with that, yet being really respectful and mindful of the way it was originally presented. And so, you're going to hear that in Kauiki. We try to do that. Even in the English songs, which, people know us for playing Hawaiian music, but predominantly our CD is Hapahaole songs, and that's because we just love that kind of music. Just be prepared for what the second CD is gonna do. We're already having we started.
Is that with us? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just checking, bro. Okay.
But yeah, so in trying to think about that, language wise, we're really cognizant of what we did. Even Waiokianiani, the people singing Waiokianiani who normally sing it and who have recorded it before, they're gonna say, hey, you're singing about different flowers. That's not the way the song was written. So we say, yeah, this is Waiokianiani if we were to sing it in 2021, and I mean, you got the sweet veuveu is in there. You get all kind of different kind of flowers that's in there, but flowers that or pre-flowering plants that
buds,
you might
buds. You mean?
yeah, buds, yeah. But stuff that brings puts some new life into the song, still pays respect to the song.
Yeah.
And we want people to know that different flowers grow in different places.
And can be medicinal, right?
Yeah, it can be medicinal. But yeah, but we wanted to have fun with the music, and we did certain things to kind of force people to ask us questions, because once people begin to ask you questions about the music, oh, why'd you do this? How come you sang that? You and Huko, they're listening.
Right.
So and that's how we. That's
so
how
there's choke subtleties all around musically. We play one verse maybe slightly different. We do the bass line is slightly different. What the is slightly different. And if people notice it, great. We notice it because we played it. It's like, let's throw this here for this verse. Only this verse. Let's do it on this song. Maybe in the front end, but in the last two verses we change. If you listen to it, there's all kinds of subtleties.
I think as musicians, we all try to satisfy the audience, but as well as our peers. And those are those times we're like, hey.
I think the audience was us.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
It wasn't. There was no rhyme or reason. It was just, this sounds good. Hopefully, other people out there like it. We like it because there's so much stuff that we're doing. And again, it's a fun project to listen to. It's easy listening. It's not in your face, but listen for the subtleties though. That's the fun part.
How can people follow you folks? Do you guys have a website or Facebook platforms?
Our website is as we call it, it's in construction, under construction, coming up. But you can follow us on Instagram. You can just look for us, Nue, and also on Facebook as well. Yeah, and YouTube. We finally figured out, not that we're old or we're not paying attention, but
why are you looking at me for?
Yeah. We hardly paying attention to that kind of stuff, but we realized YouTube is actually a very huge platform that people do not pay attention to. We get it. So sometimes we're a little bit late, but we learn. So
that's the thing, though. We learn. That's
Yeah.
Well,
all.
congratulations, gentlemen. It's
Thank
such a
you.
pleasure
Thank you.
being
Thank
with
you.
you folks.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, you know
Wow.
what?
you.
You guys are the first, man. You guys are the
Oh,
first.
thank you.
Thank you for reaching out and having us. We
Yeah.
appreciate
and
that.
and we almost forgot. I mean, we now, now Hawaii can say we have our own recorded Hawaiian Halloween song.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
And all
So-
the Kikaya
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
And those are good
Yeah.
to put on the album because that's guaranteed at least one day a year you get radio play.
One day a year.
Yeah. Plus, we have Jake on it, so that kind of helps.
That always
Yeah.
helps.
That kind of helps.
Yeah.
Awesome, you guys. So mahalo
Thank
again
you.
for joining us. And
Mahalo.
of course, anybody who's listening right here on Kapa Hawaiian FM, you can see the full-length video on our Kapa Facebook. Mahalo, gentlemen.
Mahalo nui
Love you
Yauko.
guys.
Mahalo.
Love you guys. Aloha.
Aloha.